module, which is the grammar and the reading module. So it's a bit, unbalanced, this test. No big deal. Question number 1. Okay, so question number 1, notice first of all, we're looking at punctuation. So this is a punctuation question. So now we have to find, number 1, the independent ideas and the number of independent ideas. And so here, if you look at the answers, the sculptures are meant to challenge viewers, and her thought-provoking works were no different. How many independent ideas do we have? We have 2. What do we put between 2 independent ideas? We put a semicolon. Independent idea, semicolon, independent idea. Answer B is a run-on sentence. You cannot put nothing. Answer C is a comma splice. Independent plus independent is a comma splice. Answer D also is a run-on sentence. We're going to say answer A. Question number 2. Okay, so we have to ask ourselves, who or what is a recipient of the gold medal, right? This is in a positive phrase. It's describing something. So after the comma, we need the subject of the modifying phrase. So who is a recipient? The result, the introduction, the limit, or the chemist? The chemist Ahmed Zuhail. We're going to say answer D. So remember, when you have a modifying phrase, whether it's a positive comma, ing structure, comma, ed structure, comma, you need to have after the comma the correct subject of that modifier. Question number 3. So we want to show something that shows us that the works are similar. These types of questions, you don't necessarily have to read the notes unless you have 2 equal answers or similar answers. So first of all, your focus is up here. Emphasize how the 2 works are similar. If you look at here, answer A, both thin in the old and Victor use acrylic paint. This is the only answer that shows us a similarity between the 2. Okay? B, C, D don't show us similarities. Answer A is very clear with that similarity. The next one here, too, you want to compare the hardness of talc and topaz. I guess that's how you say it, talc and topaz. So you want to compare the hardness. And so answer D does that. Topaz leaves visible scratches on talc, which means that topaz is harder than talc. And so this here, we're comparing the hardness. With the other answer choices, topaz and fluorite, that doesn't answer the question. This talks about the Mohs scale, doesn't talk about talc and topaz or comparing their hardness. Right? Answer C doesn't do that either. So here we're going to go with answer D. Number 5. The Amur River flows plural wrong. Flows, yes. Have flowed plural wrong. Are flowing plural wrong. Subject, comma, verb. Subject verb agreement. We're going to say answer B. Number 6. Okay. So what is the origin of the word pessimism? Interestingly, it was invented by an author. Weird question, DSAT, right? Here, it was invented by an author. This is not a question. We need verb subject inversion. And this is an answer to the question, right? Wasn't invented by an author? This needs a question mark. Was it invented by an author? This needs a question mark. So we're going to say answer A. What is the difference between a question and a statement? A statement is subject verb mostly. A statement is subject and verb. A question is verb subject. They're inverted. Question number 6, 7. So this is a pronoun question. Who made the decision? The judges. They. Plural. Number 8. Okay. This is a punctuation question, semicolon, colon, so it's important that we read the ideas. However, if you know, the guide started as a marketing gimmick in 1900 when brothers A and E sought to increase profits for their tire company by encouraging their customers drive to their cars across France, visiting the guide's recommended hotels. I mean, I don't know why we'd put a period, right? So the second idea is incomplete without it, right? To their cars across France, visiting guides recommended hotels and restaurants along the way. This is a fragmented sentence, so you can't say period. And also, a period and a semicolon are the same, right? So A and D are wrong. You're left with B and C. I'll go with answer B. By encouraging the customers drive to their, they're encouraging their customers drive. They're encouraging the customers to drive. Two is not here, obviously. It doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. Question number 9. Okay, so question number 9, we'll go to say answer A. Why? Um, Pinon chapter is part of the Navajo Nation. The chapter, comma, was the subject of a profile, okay? Appearing in. Now, if you say appears or has appeared or appeared, the problem is these are now verbs, and every verb needs a subject. You can say, well, Tita April, Mr. O, the subject is here. So if you have a subject and two verbs, then you need the word and. So, for example, the chapter was a subject of a profile and appeared, right? This is the only one that can work. These are present tense, so those wouldn't work. But again, we don't have and. So then we have to say answer A would turn into an ing clause, number 10. Okay, so here we have a double dash phrase. Yes, she's best known dash as a novelist. So double dash phrase. So again, nothing else works because the sentence continues here. Yet she's best known as a novelist. And we have a dash here. If you see that, an M dash. So answer C works best. Number 11, now we're going to deal with transitions. Okay, look. Scientists first isolated a sample, okay, and then here we're talking about the result of the sample eventually, right? First, eventually, what happened in the end. It's not an example, right? Example takes a specific part and explains it. It's not, in other words, not a summary, and it's not earlier, so those wouldn't work. Number 12. Okay, so we're looking for the word that could mean instead, right? Because here he didn't write in modern English. Instead, he wrote in Middle English. So as a result, you can't say that. And similarly, is an equal situation. No, it'd be rather. Rather is the cousin of instead. So instead of doing this, you do that, or I'd rather do this over that. Finally, indicates some sort of order, in which that doesn't work. Next one, 13. Okay, so here number 13, because the Leda orbits Jupiter in the same direction that the planet rotates, Leda's orbit is described as prograde. So we have cause and effect. To test cause and effect, what do? I think of because, and then I think of the idea. So here we're going to say answer C. Hence, we need the cause and effect relationship. Because it does in the same way as Jupiter, it is now known as this. It is now known as prograde. Number 12 or number 14. So this sentence shows a limitation. This sentence shows a limitation, right? Because it's telling us that the responses into a single list and found that the cheetah and the blue whale both landed in the top 20, but no animal outranked the tiger. Nothing was higher than the tiger. In other words, as a summary, as a result, still. This shows us a limit to the previous information, like however. And finally, number 14. So here it tells us Shanti, she works in NASA's famed JPL, and then it tells us her exact job. So we're going to go specifically because now we're specifying her job. So this was the MATE test. I hope you guys learned everything. You can learn anything. Oh, Mr. Sema, out. Bye.